Yo, this is another episode of the Top 10 Studios Zoomcast. I think we on Ep.3, Season 2. We are back, your favorite six. I ain't gonna, because what if somebody don't show up? I was like, we got a new name. Something with six. My mind start going. Nothing good came out. But anyway.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yo, you back here with us, man, and we are feeling extra black again, because we ain't done. We ain't get a chance to finish our conversations last week, and I got a strong feeling we ain't gonna finish them this week either. So you just gotta keep tuning in, because it ain't gonna stop. But let me go by the order in which I see it, which is never right when I play it back and watch it on YouTube. But how I see it, it's got Rob up first. So let's go ahead and get him out the way. What's up there, Rob?
What's up?
oh, come on, dance. Yeah, there it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. All shoulders, no neck to the stage.
That's how I was feeling. That's how I was feeling this morning. And that's a challenge for you, Fresh. That's a challenge for you, buddy.
I like that.
That's a snippet.
I like that. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I'm scared.
I ain't want Rob to play no music either, but that came on. I don't know how you niggas stood still.
Rob in his house bag.
Your body.
Rob in his house bag today.
And then,
oh man.
Next up we got Breezo.
What up? The marathon continues, nigga.
Real shit.
Come on now, yes.
I am a fan of this
happy
type of.
belated birthday to her too.
Yeah.
And may she rest in heaven. Then next up we got Gary.
Greetings and salutations.
He got did you watch that Water, Be Water, that Bruce Lee? Was you a fan of Kung Fu?
Kinda.
Oh, okay.
I want to watch that 30 for 30 though. I listened to the director. He was on the joint.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of dope.
I'm
Hey, let me know when that pop on. Keep me updated. I do want to peep into
What's that, like 2 weeks?
What?
That 30 for 30, they're doing the 70 something.
That should be coming up because the Bruce Lee already came on.
Oh, it did? I thought it was coming after that.
Well, I'm saying the Bruce Lee came on Sunday.
Yeah.
The Lance Armstrong came on too, right?
Yeah, I just saw that one, man. That nigga was an asshole.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen nobody so arrogant in my life.
The poster should be coming up this coming Sunday.
Yeah,
because
this
Sunday.
Sunday.
Only one day.
That's interesting. After I finish this intro, I got a question for you, Gary. Keep that Lance Armstrong tape.
Right.
Fresh. Next week we got Fresh, DJ Fresh, with his curtains in the background. What's popping, my guy?
Man, I'm here. I'm glad to see y'all, man. This keep me going. This been putting me back in my mood. I'm feeling like myself again.
I'll see you.
That's what's up. We want you to feel like yourself, baby.
You over there guzzling? What you guzzling, man?
Man, I'm just sipping on some bourbon.
You gotta guzzle.
You gotta guzzle. We guzzle whiskey and bourbon.
No, I'm not Rob. Rob the guzzler.
Don't put me out there like that. I don't guzzle myself.
No, you was guzzling last night. That was hilarious. If y'all never seen a man get drunk as hell and pass out on Zoom, it's nothing like it. Everybody should experience that once in their life. And last but not least,
I missed that.
Last but not least, the first lady of the pod, Mimi, was popping.
Wow.
Namaste.
All right, see, it's equal rights up in here because the lady went last. You know what I'm saying? It's time.
You know what? I was gonna say I think that it's sexism because I know I joined before Gary and Fresh, but it's fine that I was the one that you saw last.
Hey, it's just on my screen, and I wanted to make sure that I don't put you above nobody and nobody.
Allegedly.
I don't even know what this means, but it felt like it was disrespectful. I don't know what you said about me, but I ain't like it. All right.
It was allegedly.
But guess who gets to go first in the topics? Mia Bia. Let's roll.
So, as always, I'm here to check in on your mental wellness, your mental health, your mental well being. I just want to know one thing that you guys are doing to stay mentally sane right now. Or if you have, if you even have something that you're doing to stay mentally sane. If not, let's throw out some ideas.
I thought you said self-care, Mimi. Why you come throwing
I
curveballs?
mean, yeah, no, self-care, but self-care to work on your mental wellness. Like what are you doing to stay grounded right now?
Oh, okay. Gary, would you like to start? You had a whole pack set up. That was very. No, he can't say his.
Oh
That's,
no,
yeah. No, because that's an ad. That's an ad. Go ahead.
I haven't. Me personally, I haven't been doing it in the last like week or two for self care for myself, and I kind of have realized that. So a book I showed y'all, I went and got. So I'm about to probably start reading that tonight for self care for men. But as to what you were saying, definitely get you some Manscaped, man. Take care of your. I got the lawnmower 3.0, all deodorant and ball wipes.
This is not an ad, but yeah, low key.
That's part of self-care.
That's clutch.
Taking care and maintaining what you got going on down there.
I agree 100%, bro. I agree. Because
we all over 30, I'll be taking care of it.
I turned my old liners into my
it.
Manscaped, and that's a problem. That's problematic. When you bust out the old.
I'm getting this done next week, so that'll be another part of my self-care,
100%.
Same. When you look good, you feel good, When you look good, you feel good. I just say that.
1,000%. Rob, what you got going on?
How you keep I just make sure I find time for myself, constantly, get the word in. And my music, man. Music keep me grounded. That's been keeping me through this whole thing. Music and my word.
For sure.
Okay.
Breezo, what you doing? It seems like you stressing right now. What could you use right now?
8th day of the week, nigga.
Are you sweating?
You say what?
You still be busy.
You say what?
I said, are you sweating? It looks like you sweating right.
Ah, dang it.
Yeah, that's the lights.
I was like, damn, are you all right?
Nah, shit. Nigga.
You said nah. This nigga said, nah, I'm not. My man need a whole nother day. I feel you though. Somehow I understand exactly what that means. We will send the authorities to where you're at. Somebody rescue Breeze. And Fresh.
What up?
How you what's your one thing?
Sure, I went and bought all my supplements and nutrients this week.
I saw.
Back on my health grizzle.
Yeah, but how much?
What you mean?
How much you on it, nigga? You seen my challenge in the group chat.
I seen it too late. Shoot, I'm on it for real. Y'all, I already told y'all. I'm gonna be in I'm gonna be in basketball shape August 1st.
Bro, I said I need that Jordan motivation. I need that. You heard what that nigga said? That didn't say nothing motivation. I want that.
What kind of supplements did you get?
This nigga got hydroxy cut, nigga. He got everything you see at.
I thought that was banned in the US.
No, it's not. I had to switch up. So I normally get the hydroxy cut with the probiotics because it help break your food down faster and get it out your system. But they were sold out. So I'm trying this new one, hydroxy cut black.
Steroids.
That's what I'm like. That's what it sounds like.
Okay. Somebody had to say it.
I call this nigga Fresh Benoit.
Fresh Benoit.
Bring the black man down. That's cool. Hey, I mean, I'm just gonna show y'all better than I can tell y'all.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Nobody said anything yet for free.
I want to challenge.
Y'all don't have no free ways
feel like
to
I only
self-care.
work out when I got competition.
I mean, I'm for it. We can set something because all that's gonna do is motivate me and you to stay at it.
That's what I'm saying.
Your head start getting big. I'm gonna let you know, nigga.
What you talking about?
I'm talking about
Jarrell, what are you doing?
HGH.
No, I'm not messing with the steroids, bro. You know that make your pain get a little. So
that's a fact. That's the one thing that keeps every nigga from it. That's why I was surprised about Barry.
Hey, but if we gon', I would like to make a challenge for everybody. You know, we mid-30s and whatnot, and we known as the black community to not be the healthiest. And real quick, man, I just been playing basketball with this guy years ago. He was 44. You would not think he was 44. That's kind of my motivation. Like, you know what? I want to look like that guy and play basketball and move like this 44-year-old black guy was. So,
oh, that's pretty dope.
I would like to extend that to Hassan, Gary, Mimi, Rob.
Thank you.
Like, y'all got kids. Let's be here for our kids. Let's be here for the future.
Here's to dad bods.
I mean, that's cool. Dad bod is cool, but I'm saying still be healthy. You
I'm
know?
living this DILF life, man.
Bro, I'll just fucking with
You said DILF.
Living this DILF life.
DILF.
Real,
Jarrell, what are you doing?
I have no time. I can't name one thing that I do for myself.
Whoa.
Not one thing for my mental or nothing.
Nigga, what about Call of Duty?
You smoke cigarettes?
No, what about Call of Duty?
That's all negative shit. That don't help me. That's how I breathe every day.
Nigga, it's helping you.
Bad to say.
First of all, it's not how you breathe, but if it's helping you, it's helping. Now, why nobody brought up what Rob brought up in pre-production, I'll never understand, because that's some good, healthy, free fun right there.
Time. I got kids 5 days a week, and in the 2 days I got off, I am recording, editing. I need that 8th day. I'm on breeze time. I need an 8th day. I think I'm just gonna steal his answer.
Yeah, everybody get that. By the end of the pod, nigga, everybody, what you would call that 8th day? Like, what day of the week would it be?
Oh man,
you have all the time in the world right now.
I would call it Rails Day.
Scary day.
So all y'all gonna name the day after yourself?
Because we egotistical, man. Look at us. We alpha males.
Show them that DILF body.
Oh, that flex? Oh, hold on. No, I ain't gonna get nothing. I ain't finna have us lose no views. Oh man.
Wow.
Right. Well, thank you, Mimi, for always caring about us. I do appreciate that. There's not too many people
always
about this up here. You know what I'm saying? So it's refreshing to even have that question fucking pop up. But damn, who we gonna run to? Who can? Let's see. Fresh hat. Let's open it up with Fresh. His shit is light, then we get heavy. Let's go light and get heavy since we on that path. Let's do it. Fresh, go ahead.
This is gonna go dark quick.
No, Black is in the spotlight. So just me being a chef, working in the restaurant industry, and also being a consumer, I just wonder how y'all feel about the whole stigma and the stereotype that Black folks don't tip well. And the reason I asked, so I've been in some places where the service, it wasn't terrible, but it's like could have been better, or the food wasn't what I expected, and it's like, all right, I don't really want to tip well because my service wasn't great, the food wasn't great. I'm gonna leave you the 15 to 18% standard. Or if it's really, really bad, I don't want to give you nothing. But also it's like they expected me not to give you nothing. They just kind of expected me not to tip well. And I don't know if you guys know, but I learned from working in the restaurant industry, the code name for if a server has a all Black table, we're called Canadians. So yeah, that's like restaurant code. Yeah. It's like, yeah, I got a table full of Canadians. And they'll be like, yeah, I know I'm not finna make no money off this table.
Whoa.
So that's why
and they say that right in front of you.
I want to pass this on.
Because that way you don't know that they're saying, I got a table full of niggas who aren't going to tip me.
Yep.
Like, damn.
So I would like to pass this question to the rest of the room. Like now with that, also that information is just how have y'all handled, and do y'all even when the service is great, do y'all tip over? Do y'all tip over the 15 to the 20? Do y'all keep it within the 15, 20? What's some of y'all restaurant takes?
Let me start this one. I am part of that percentage that you're talking about. I do not tip when my service is terrible because I feel like you haven't done anything to me to work for that tip. So, and that goes to like going to bars or going to restaurants. Usually it's when I'm in a bar because as we've all been to bars before, you've been so well, but you get a server and they be like they take their time with your drink, but you can see them being real quick with everybody else. Yep. And that's kind of what it is. So it's like when they give you your bill and you can sit here and hella money on drinks, and they look at you for a tip. Like, fam, like my drink was watered down. You took your motherfucking time. Like, no, you're not getting no tip. But I have been to restaurants where I've gotten excellent service. Fresh, you've been with me when we go to Progression shit. Food is fucking amazing. So I definitely
over tip.
And I over tip. When we get they drinks at they bars, I over tip because service. If you give great service, you will get a great tip. And
I was about to say, there's no such thing as an over tip. You give great service, you get a good tip. Period. There is no over tipping. Them people earn that. They gave you an experience that told you I'm gonna reach in my pocket and provide you with the same experience that you provided me with.
If you got in your mindset that we Canadians, you gonna treat us and you gonna serve us like we Canadians, and therefore you don't get no tip.
That's some deep shit.
It's all in like just how you said they calling us Canadians. I bet you the way they serve people is totally different than how they serve everybody else. So why should I give you a tip when I see you giving the best service, good service to everybody else, and you treat me just like a Canadian?
I tip regardless, but to get, a really, really good tip, like you said, like what's been echoing around, you gotta have great service, get the good tip. But I think the stigma that Black people don't tip, I don't know how that got stuck on us, but you talk to a lot of waitresses, they'll let you know that white people don't tip good at all.
Shitty.
You know what I'm saying? And they are stingy, and they have groups. Now when white people come, they have groups and $300 bills, and they leave crazy tips. Low, what I mean by crazy, like low tips, but so that's my take on it. You want an amazing tip, you gotta have service. Service gotta match your tip. You know what I'm saying?
First off, I know the exact people that help create that stereotype. Just like the same people that create the stereotype of ignorant Black people when the camera get over to them. You know what I'm saying? It's like typically it was teenagers, and we know them because we was in school. We all went out to eat before. We done seen how teens give it up, but that's just dumb teenager shit. But it don't help. But yes, Breeze, would you like to interject?
No, because Mimi thought I was saying like that was me. I was the total opposite. You know what I'm saying? I was going out eating like fine dining at 15, 16, me and my niggas, like, that's just how I move. And it was a complete opposite. I mean, it was one time, I'll never forget, I took a shorty out. I'm in the car, bro, finna put out the parking lot, and niggas ran out the restaurant, thought I ain't even pay, just because I paid in cash. But I didn't need no change. But continue.
Oh.
For the record, I didn't say nothing. That's not why I was smiling. Go ahead.
But all I was saying is I am under the group that unfortunately I feel like I have to compensate for all your stigmas, like just to keep it a buck with you. Like, that's just how I feel. Like, cause, fuck them, man. Like at the end of the day, I do it just so that I guess I do it in the hopes that they don't treat the next Black person, like they take a second look at that Black person behind me.
They won't.
Go, the one in front. That's my, and I could, everything I'm saying could be flawed. Nothing I'm saying could make sense. I'm telling you how I move, and I'm just giving you a little bit of knowledge about why I do what I do, whether it be right or wrong. I am the tipper, whether it's bad or good. And I do that because of the stigma that comes from people, which call us Canadians is the wildest. Like, I don't know why white people are so creative.
Well, they can't say it's a table full of niggas.
Yeah, but like, anyway.
I mean, they could, but it wouldn't be as easily talked about in front of everyone. Yeah, and everybody else go? Everybody else went?
Yeah, but I was just saying, like, that's me. I'm gonna do it, and it may work, it may not, but my thought process is shit. Hopefully the guy behind me will get looked at differently. You know what I'm saying? Get a better experience.
That's a good take.
I've been on both sides of it. I've been in the restaurant as a server and bartender, and I've been a customer. Point blank period, I'm only tipping off the service. If you give me bad service, your tip will reflect that. I really truly don't give a fuck how you think or feel about me, because that opinion don't pay not a goddamn one of my bills. So I really don't give a fuck. Um, Good service is just what it is. I remember for one of my graduations, we spent maybe like $1,300-$1,500, and my dad tipped probably like 600 or 700, and everybody's coming up to him, oh hey honey, oh yeah, hey, thank you so much, oh my gosh. You tip based off the service. There will be people that you will encounter. A lot of Black people love to do the whole $5 tip, no matter how good the service, no matter how much the bill. Them niggas will slap you with that five in your hand like they have really helped you the fuck out. By far confuses the fuck out of me. But that's just, and I think that's where the stigma comes from. But I think it was Rob that said white people tip bad as well. That's absolutely fucking true. It's a people thing. It's not really a Black people versus white.
That's what I'm
It's a people
saying.
thing. People tip shitty, but Black people in particular love to give you a $5 tip and really think that they've changed your life for the better. It's just based off of service. If the service is good, I'm gonna give you a good tip. If the service is shitty, what are you looking for from me? Here's a tip: do better next time.
Hello.
You know better, you do better.
Yeah. So I was
Get one of those rainbows to go.
I would like to, my part 2 of this for next week would be, I'm gonna bring up like, yo, I work in the kitchen now, and I want to, and since you used to be a server, I would love to table this for next week. We can go back and forth on, do servers and waitresses really deserve tips? We'll table that one.
That's interesting. I would like to first, I got 2 questions for you before we move on to the next person. One, how did you feel when they called that table full of niggas Canadians?
So when it was brought up, when they was saying it, because the restaurant I work in, a lot of visitors come through. So when they was like, somebody said, I got a table, I got some Canadians, I'm thinking they actually had some
actual Canadians.
Right. And
so precious.
Like I said, I was one of the white boys I'm cool with. I had made a Canada joke, and he pulled me to the side. He's like, no, they're not. They're not Canadians, fresh. That's a table for the Black folks. And I was like, oh, that's restaurant talk for Black folks. And they was like, yeah, but the thing is, I've worked in a few restaurants now. It's just not the whites code. Like, that's restaurant lingo. That's restaurant lingo. So I didn't get mad or offended, because it's like, oh, y'all call us Canadians, but it's also like what Mimi said. They not finna be like, yeah, I got a table full of Blacks, I got a table full of niggas, I got a table full of Negroes. They got their word for it.
So you ain't say nothing. You just roll with the punches.
He let me know, because he was just being real with me. Like, yo, I gotta let you know that's connected. That's a table.
I know, but how did that sit with your soul is what I'm asking. You was just like, look, this is my job. Fuck them. I'm just gonna keep just doing.
Yeah, like I'll get into more of that when we talk kitchen versus back of house versus front of house. Like I said, I'll table that one for next week.
Being Black at work is the topic. Shit, I want to talk about what that type of shit.
No matter what house you in.
What you talking about? Yeah, how many times we got to just soak up the goofy white shit that's disrespectful to us because we need to pay our bills and shit. That's some real shit you might hear from me next week. Because I might just get a little too upset right now, so I like to process first before I go down this rabbit hole that I could. But
what's the second thing you want to know?
I don't know. See, my fury that got me. All I saw was red when you was telling me that.
Have your cigarette, dear, please.
Yeah, I forgot that second one. But next up, I like how we moving. Where we going? Rob, take us with some with your topic. Let's hear from you.
What was my topic?
Football.
Robot Roger.
Roger Goodell issuing apology on behalf of the NFL of how they treated the kneeling situation and not referring to Kaepernick by his name. How ignorant is that? Blasphemous.
Now, did he? Cause I'm just curious. Cause I seen his apology. Was he apologizing for not taking the kneeling more seriously, or is he just speaking on like everything that's going on now today?
No. He was that.
Both?
He went back to that time period and apologized for that. But it was like you could have addressed, because it all started with Cap. So it's like you could have addressed that situation too and apologized, but you was tiptoeing around it. But we knew who you were talking about.
Because he's not sorry.
I could tell you why he didn't. You do know there was a collusion lawsuit filed against the NFL.
Yeah.
And they did pay him money to not, and which is another reason why you haven't heard Cap come out and speak at all about any of like
because he can't.
Because he can't. And also for him to not say nothing, the NFL can't acknowledge it either. So that's where we are seeing, like, we see the NFL acknowledge it and we know it's fucked up, but he can't come out and say, I apologize to Colin Kaepernick for the way we treat him, because then you got to
admission of guilt.
Yep, you have to admit that you were guilty. Like you that was part of the lawsuit in the collusion, which they sued for. So that's why he isn't directly speaking to Cap in this apology.
That makes a lot of sense.
Gary, you think this nigga reached out to him on some like private
personal level?
No,
I don't think so. The NFL gave this man money. We don't know how much they gave him.
You can save all that shit.
Interesting question. Because I didn't even think about it, but since Bree said that, I might be leaning to the fact that maybe not directly, but maybe to his manager or something, because a lot of people calling for Cap to finally come back. And if that's a good look for the NFL, if they feel like it's in their best interest, you don't think so?
No, man. He 32, 33?
Not even the age. Come on, man. We got top rated
quarterbacks. Come on, cut it out, Rob.
Come on, man.
I'm gonna give you my reason.
Motivated than ever to play. He has come out and said that since all this shit has come out. But I don't think he should just be handed a job. I think he should be invited to training camps.
Does he want to play? Because when he did that, when they set that whole thing up for him in Atlanta,
because he knew that was still bullshit, bro.
That was some bullshit. The way they had it set up.
I'm like, when they when they changed his training facility at the last minute.
He did that.
He changed it.
Football. He just wants to play football.
They tried to make him sign a legal document prior to him doing the training, and he said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna just train over here," and they didn't want to go to where he was training at.
Okay, I thought that they might have took advantage of this moment to just really show, because the NFL has been in a hole as far as blacks and PR has been since the kneeling. So I thought they would do the smart move by at least providing him with a workout, some type of a real one with real teams or something like that, just to benefit. Well, just for their own benefit and for his to just come out of this thing looking a little cleaner. But now I don't know. You know,
his stats don't lie. If you look at his stats over the years, he has pretty good quarterback rating. He has his touchdown to interception ratio is better than a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL right now. There should be no reason why he has to try out to get back into the league.
Because he ain't played in years.
There's no reason he should be trying out to get back into the league at all.
No, you sign him and he competes for a job. I mean, that's just how it goes.
Productivity has shown, it wasn't like he fell off or anything. His numbers, he had a bad season as a quarterback.
Yeah, he did. That's why he got benched.
No, he didn't.
Okay.
Go back and look at his numbers.
Not why.
All these seasons.
All that shit started because of his silent protest, bro.
All that shit started because.
But he wasn't starting at the time that he started doing the protest. I'm gonna just throw that out there. He wasn't the starter.
Okay, I give you.
I'm just saying he fell off the last two seasons of his contract. I mean,
so also you got to look at.
But to your point, is no reason why he couldn't should be, huh?
You also got to look at that. This last 3 years in San Francisco, they switched their coaching staff 3 different times.
Yeah,
and he's correct. And he still had decent numbers. So all I'm saying is the nigga wasn't out here just being garbage.
No, what I'm saying, but he wasn't good enough to keep his starting position. But he's still good enough to be in the NFL, though. We can agree on that.
I put you on something that King Hicks said that played for the Bears, and he spoke on why he didn't kneel during this time, and he was saying how Cap kneeling affected him getting signed. He was like, his exact words were, "We know Cap got blackballed because we signed Mike Glennon and not him." So that's to let you know.
Mike the Neck Glennon.
We gave him $18 million guaranteed for 4 games.
Yeah.
And there was talk of the Bears were interested in him, but they didn't want to bring him in.
Well, the Bears is a whole nother thing separately.
They ain't fucking with black quarterbacks anyway.
Yeah, like let's keep it a bean. But all right, that's that with Goodell. So we're not accepting his shit. Rob, how you feeling?
Nah.
Nope.
Because you had you continue to have opportunities to like make this right. Just in general, just how you go about things in general, with majority of the black people in your black players in the NFL, and you drop the ball continuously.
Rob, can I ask you the hard question?
All right.
Go ahead.
Let me ask you the hard question. Are you going to still watch football if it comes back?
Yes.
I love it. Yes. I love football, man. All
right.
So yes.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, I 100% am too. I'm sorry. I don't know. I ain't shit. Well, let me.
When I'm gonna watch baseball? Nah, man.
We ain't watching the baseball.
Did y'all see
all of these sports are all in their own ways racist.
But the worst is MLB, man. They need to fire the whole. They need to start over. They dropped the ball and not up to where they need to be.
Did y'all see the Bleacher Report that said that Goodell didn't even start, or we didn't get that apology until Patrick Mahomes did his video?
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing going around.
The montage or them all separate videos they put together, or they all did that together.
They all did that together. Like,
so he was a part of that video. Like, out to Pat Mahomes. Who else was in there?
Everybody. Shit, it was a lot of them.
The ones that matter.
Yeah, it was a lot of black players that matter.
Black players.
Every NFL superstar that matters for the most part, because I don't know, I can't remember off the top if it was all of them, but it was enough of them.
Yeah,
and
it was a nice message. It had Odell in it.
And isn't Patrick Mahomes kind of like the face of the NFL?
Alvin
Damn
Kamara.
right.
Like it had some stars in there.
Damn right. All right.
That don't mean shit to me when he reading off that teleprompter because his ass can barely read. That's another story.
Oh, you could tell that was not from the heart.
Damn.
You wanna tell me you sorry or you apologize? Sorry that you're remorseful or regretful, at least, Roger Goodell.
Oh, we still talking about Roger Goodell.
Yeah,
bro. I thought you was talking about Patrick Mahomes. I thought this nigga said Patrick could barely read. I thought he switching up on me, so I was like,
I said the apology.
Yo.
The apology. Oh, okay.
No, he said Roger is out here reading like Floyd and Robert.
Okay. Damn. Kelly, you got my name is
Kelly.
Robert.
Sorry. I call you Rob though.
Breeze, did you come up with something you want to speak on since you already had the floor?
Well, I just want to kind of continue this.
Oh yeah. I didn't know you weren't done. My bad.
You want to show that you have put more black people in these front offices across the league. I will believe you then. Give me more black head coaches. Give me more black general managers. Let's have some African American ownership in these teams. Then I will believe that you feel a certain type of way that makes black
Word.
I agree with you 100%, Bree.
I'm sorry, Bree. I really did my best to really be in tune because you said some powerful shit. Meanwhile, Rob thick ass was rolling on and off like he fell from the floor. I don't even know how. Like
I had to mute my mic because I was just laughing loud as fuck. This nigga just fell out of his chair, G.
But I don't understand how he did it, and it was so slow. It was the slowest.
First, I thought I'm like, is he just laughing and like being silly? But that nigga fell.
He fell again. That's why he just muted.
This nigga is different.
He ain't got no neck. That's what's wrong with him.
Breeze, you got something?
I mean, that could segue into what we all talked about in the group meet, but nobody really wants to touch it tonight. But I mean, that's one of these acts. That apology was just like the prayer while they was washing the feet.
Oh, okay.
Or the motherfuckers that was decked out in the kente cloth. Or the half-ass first apology from Drew Brees. And at this point, I'm starting a petition for that nigga to change his last name because I don't even want to have the same name. With the rain, did y'all see it? The blue sky with the black hand reaching up.
I'm fully expecting for that nigga to show up to his first game in kente cloth. I'm wholeheartedly expecting it.
Hey, you know why I seen that handshake from? Predator. When Arnold Schwarzenegger ran to Apollo Creed, when they first met up with each other and they locked arms like this. The old 80s handshake. That's what
and in Rocky. Same handshake from Rocky.
Oh yeah. Hey, that was a powerful handshake. I kind of want to bring that back.
So I feel like all this stuff, even down to the lowest level we was talking about. And for
Wait
that,
a minute. Did you just say Arnold Schwarzenegger shook hands with Apollo Creed? Don't you mean?
He said that. He said that.
Yeah. And Predator. I don't know my man's name in real life. I just know him as Apollo Creed. I apologize.
Sylvester Stallone?
No.
What's his name?
Carl Weathers. Get it right.
Carl Weathers.
Carl Weathers.
Thank you.
Oh, we can't disrespect our black actors like that.
Bruh, he's forever Apollo Creed. Like, what you want me to do?
That's Action Jackson #1. He gonna
Number one, that's Apollo Creed.
Oh, that is Action.
Oh God, he is more considered Apollo Creed than anything on planet Earth, except for Carl Weathers, as we respectfully. It's Carl Weathers A, Apollo B. That's it, and that's a powerful black name too. My next son will be named Apollo. That's hard.
In response to Breeze, it's funny, man, and not like ha funny. It's just ironic how like white people don't. I be feeling like something is mentally like actually wrong with them sometimes. Like, and I get it. It's like it's because like they be wanting to like, let's help, let's do something, but they really don't be knowing how to properly do it. Like I get it. They probably was like, they've been out here protesting, standing up, not sitting down. Their feet hurt. Let's rub their feet. Rub their feet and give them foot massage. Like that was probably their train of thought. But it's like, yo, really? And what about us? What about us that took it though? Like, y'all rubbing feet? Sign me up.
I missed my appointment.
I'm not.
Here's my thing.
I'm not trying to
and then let me finish. And then go to the kente cloth. Like, I get it, yo. We gonna do the 8 minutes and 46 seconds kneeling and with the kente cloth on. Like, they probably in their mind trying to do something good, so they think. But it's like y'all need to consult with black people first. And maybe run it past them and be like, yo, we want to do this. What y'all think?
Now
like,
I could see them running the kente cloth past somebody. And I could see one of the people that may not come from an upbringing like me, but being black, saying, yeah, let's run the kente idea. I love it. I could see that. Those are black people.
You mean the black people who grew up around all the white people?
Those black people exist. So it's very well that they could have asked that. Now, the washing the feet thing, that was some spur of the moment Jesus of Nazareth shit that I have no idea on earth how that was concocted, nor I honestly do not know how I feel about it. I don't know how I feel. I think it's a lot to consume. I don't know if I'm mad. I just don't know. I'm living in a state of...
That is extremely overboard. I think
why can't we have some overboard happen to us? How much overboard negative shit like loss of life happens to us?
Because now it's starting to come off as not genuine.
The only thing that I want that's overboard is reparations.
Like,
exactly. There I go.
The shit is all fluff, bro.
I'm not, man. I'm talking about.
I think, but it's like in general, man. We like it, when you have like just regular in your workplace or whatever, like you get white people sometimes just ask the question. That's it. Like, what is it? You know what I mean? But it's like it seems like it's just people. I come up with this grand scheme, extravagant idea, and it's supposed to like make things right, but it's just like the thing that will make it right is the dialogue.
I guess my question is, because I don't want to be on the side of defending, but I just gotta ask, like, is it I understand what y'all saying, but is it very possible that it's coming from a good place though? Can we accept that? Can we accept that at the least?
It might be a
good place at all, Gary.
But I'm like,
okay.
Right. I'm like, yo,
what that come from a good place? From politicians and whoever else will do
I'm talking about your average white person
the average white person that wanted to do something protesting.
That really cares but wants to do something.
I feel like if I've been outside protesting all day and it's hot, bring some lemonade and some sandwiches or something. I'm hungry, I'm hot, I'm thirsty. That sound better than wash my feet.
This is what
the ones that's for it is down there with you. All right, they going through the protest with you. They having a dialogue with you. That's all we want. All this other extra.
This is what really needs to happen. Instead of everybody's trying to jump out and make these statements and jump out and show like I'm down to support, they really should try to learn the Black history that is behind why we are doing all of this. Because what's happening is everybody out saying like I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that and I'm supporting this and I'm supporting that, but not really understand. And they're doing all this other stuff besides addressing what we as Black people are really asking for. I've yet to see, besides like the things that I've been reading about with like certain laws and bills being passed, I've yet to see real change start to be initiated on all levels as far as treating Black people equal. I don't need my feet washed.
Well, I gotta say, we on a time schedule. People, because Black people gonna want instant gratification, okay? And I'm wondering, how are you getting this white person who is now saying, I'm white guy, right? Hi, I'm white guy. I'm Steve. Steve, my parents hated you. I was taught to hate you. I got to know you. I understand your plight. I don't understand. I want to understand. I want to do this. I want to do that. How can I start? And I'm Steve, and I'm 30. The man known one type of life for 30 years. Where do you want him to go? Where do you want him to research?
Google, motherfucker.
So you
if
want
I can research my own history, you should be able to research Black history as well.
And then if Steve regurgitates Google history to you, are you down to have that conversation with Steve, or do you not?
Do you know where Steve can go? Do you know where Steve can go? Steve can go to any Black person.
What I'm saying is
any Black person that you can find and ask them, hey, what is it that is going on? Why is it that you all feel this? What are the things that I can do to help contribute? Go to a Black person. The only thing that I want you to do overboard is give me my reparations. You can overboard my reparations.
You don't control reparations.
I don't need no overboard. I don't need no overboard outside of that.
Control
anything outside of that,
Steve works.
Anything outside of that, Steve needs to go to his local Black person and ask them.
Now, is that fair? Now, is that fair for the local Black person to represent all of us?
No. Steve needs to go do his own research. You can look on Amazon. You can look on iBooks. All of these.
Gary, how will you know that Steve did these things?
Because his actions will start to show that he realizes that, you know what, Black people really have been treated very, very poorly in this country, and what
I be saying is, because we got to move forward, but what I'm saying is I don't want us to get to a point where niggas don't seem to be satisfied with nothing that happens. Okay, we need to look at some concrete, tangible things there's some futuristic shit that we could hope for the world. Because to think that you got to give people some goddamn credit. Like, I want to be a part of something, and how can I reasonably do it? How can I do this without being judged by several different black people with several different views?
Let me hear you, Bird.
Because my point was, this not your average fucking Joe that stay in Oak Park. We talking about police officers in North Carolina that was leading that prayer, washing the feet. We talking about members of the U.S. Democratic Senate wearing the kente cloth, bro. They can do more than that.
I understand that.
If the average man is doing that, I don't have an issue with it. It wouldn't be on the news.
Hey. I'm not against you. I 100% agree. All right. What I'm saying is, I'm talking about how can the average white man help? How can that person
learn our history first and then proceed from there?
Okay, I don't think that what I'm saying is being understood completely, so I'm just gonna move forward because it's something that's just not gonna be dealt with. But rest to keep us on topic, Breeze. The Kentes, all that, they could do more than that. If you feel it was cheesy, all power to you. If everybody agrees,
instant gratification debate. Perfect segue into you. So go.
Look.
It's the gratification, right? You want to know where the money going. Show me the money.
It's a segue.
Because that's what, yes. Okay, on to my topic, all right?
Segue.
My thing is, okay, to inform the people, we was getting a little spicy. It was a conversation in pre-production because I want to talk about all this money being pledged to different things like social injustice, inequality, breaking racism, this, that, and forth for the black community moving forward and doing all this. So companies like Adidas pledging $220 million over so many years. Jordan pledging $100 million over 10. Nike doing 40 over 4. And I'm hearing all these astronomical numbers of monies that's going to inequality and all these things. But as I read the articles, so that I'm read up, not one place has been targeted as the place where this said money is going. I would like to know, to keep these people accountable and not just saying some shit, because I could say anything right now. Nobody knows me. I could come out here and say, I'm giving $700,000 to black inequality, and y'all just gonna share my shit and say, right on, brother. Who's gonna keep me accountable for my imaginary $700K that I know y'all know I ain't got, but the people don't know, right? So
you want to know where it's going, like if it's going to the Minnesota Freedom Fund,
and how is it going to
bail people out of jail?
Because what I want to see happen is tangible shit. Now, I have specific things I want to see done for black people, and what I have yet to see is anybody have a conversation. Black leaders in general, they got the laws, like you said. We did the lynching is now. They fought for that to be a federal hate crime or something like that. They protesting to have KKK be a domestic terrorist organization. So we got these things going. These are tangible things. They won't boom, boom, boom. Now me, black guy, black kids, what I want to see my schools and my son's technology improve. I want to see more invested in the future. I want to see larger business loans for black businesses. I want to see more hiring in the black in these large companies. This is what I want to see. Now, if you want to host your inequality class for white people, because not one black person on planet Earth need a fucking class on inequality or racial bias. Not one. That's my personal feeling. Okay, we live it all day. So I don't know where that money is just seen. When they say it's something like that, that's just for more white people to do some white people shit in class and go with God. But when these companies say they got all this money, Jarrell wants receipts. I want to know the organization, the company, and I want to keep them accountable for it. They said 10 mil, they said 40 million over 10 years. Cool. Year one, how much money and where did it go?
It's fair.
Can I get in on this?
You sure can.
Because I can speak from multiple different sides. So
okay.
I want to touch on everything that you just spoke on. Mm-hmm. So when these companies are pledging money, they not only pledging money, not just internally, but externally as well. When I speak on internally, those classes that you spoke on, a lot of these corporations, they have a majority white population. So yes, they do need to be educated on racial bias, any of those misconceptions that they may have on Black people. That's where some of that money goes. Some of that money also goes to hiring of African Americans. You have to hire recruiters and bring in people that's going to look at avenues that these companies never really actually looked at.
Now, do you mind, Gary, if I interject on each one of the things I might want to say? Like you said, that it's majority white, so they got to have these white classes. So they have to pay for the white classes.
They have to have these classes. I'm speaking from.
Well,
I'm speaking from a corporate level because I work with a lot of people that were not born in America, so they know nothing about a lot of the stuff that's going on with this racial inequality. So they need to be educated.
But they still know not to hire Black folks. They still know not. They still know how to not.
They know to hire their own.
Right.
That's what they know. Mm-hmm. So they don't look outside. They don't look outside nothing but the little bubble of what they know. If I work around nothing but Asians and all they grew up with was around nothing but Asians and they know Asians know how to do their job, they don't know nothing about the African American community or would even start looking.
And I want to know what the fuck that classroom looks like. I want to know what's on the screen as they teach it. How do you teach Black folks to white people? You're laughing, but this is a real question.
You don't teach Black folks.
Control the video that they're watching.
You don't teach Black folks to white people. You teach them about some of the things that they think about, some of the perceptions that they have, some of the things that they say, to have them realize, like, hey, that's a little insensitive, or hey, that's not acceptable. You have to do it in a political type of way.
Okay.
It's not some Black person coming and saying, hey, don't do this to niggas, don't do that to niggas, don't talk like that.
That's what, right. As we get the Evergreen College nigga in there?
That is not how that works.
Like, yo, white man, you sitting there. You could be learning something. Okay, cool.
That's not how that works. That is definitely not at all.
Cool.
But yeah, so you got money, you have to spend that money into bringing, no one would have looked to find the right Black applicants. You know what I'm saying? I know we spoke earlier and you was like, there's a lot of graduations and a lot of Black people graduating from all of these colleges. This is very true. But your big corporations don't know, hey, maybe I should look at this applicant from a college I've probably never even heard of before and see how he matches up against this other applicant that I have that's from Stanford or Yale or fucking Harvard.
But Black people go to Stanford, Yale, and Harvard is what I'm saying.
Not a lot of Black people go to Stanford.
But they go. But they go. But and I'd be curious to know how many of them got equal chances at those jobs.
They don't. They don't.
And that's what I'm saying. It don't take money, my man. It takes you not choosing white of your own over that person because you don't feel comfortable. That doesn't require money. That is not going to take you don't need 2 mil, 10 mil to go get a recruiter to tell you to stop.
No, you're not hiring one person. You got to hire a team of people that don't think like the previous recruiters and teams that you have there.
So you want to fire them?
No, you don't have to fire people. What do you like? Why are you getting to the?
I'm trying to figure out what you're telling me. You want to hire more? So we're gonna keep the same racist recruiters on the payroll, or we're gonna fucking put them in that. Let me get this straight. We're gonna get the recruiters, right? And we're gonna put them in the classroom, which was 2 million. We're gonna put them in the 2 million learn not to be racist classroom. Then we're gonna go hire more recruiters that kind of already know not to be racist, I guess, and put them on the agenda.
No, you're gonna hire
those 4 to 5 million. How much do you think that shit's cost, or how much?
You're gonna hire recruiters that have knowledge base in these Black communities on what to look for when hiring for recruits. You're gonna put
to restructure your company.
You're not realizing this stuff costs money. This isn't
I don't realize. I don't think it costs money. I think that's bullshit. I think that's my whole purpose.
Costs money.
I don't think you gotta hire motherfuckers to hire niggas. I think when the Black man and the white man is in the room, if the Black man is more qualified, stop being afraid and go get him. He ain't your fucking nephew. Stop the nepotism. Cut the shit. And then if affirmative action ain't enough, just go in there and roll the dice like you've been doing. You roll the dice with a white person, right or wrong.
It's not that easy, man.
It's not.
It costs money to restructure.
It don't cost money, Gary. It don't cost money is my argument.
Can I speak on some other things that you
Go ahead. It don't cost money though.
Okay.
So to restructure it does.
It does. Restructuring costs.
Hiring new recruiters is restructuring?
No,
No,
restructuring.
you have to move. You have to move those people out who are not doing the right thing.
Look. Y'all, maybe y'all misunderstanding what I'm saying. I don't want nobody to move out. I want your next job opening when there's a black man more qualified than the white man, for the black man to get the fucking job. That's all I'm asking for.
The black man not even getting the call to even get screened to know that. To get to that point is what I'm trying to get you to understand.
And then go to your bottom level. I don't give a damn who is the entry guy. Holler at that man. Okay, go find out his background. What you're saying is you got a phone screen and do all this shit. So that means there's a guy on the front line cutting off calls, saying no nigga, yes white man.
That is not how that works. Companies use.
I don't know how fucking hiring works. I've only been managing.
Go ahead, man.
I don't know how long. I have no idea how hiring works.
I'm speaking from a corporate level. I know you know how hiring works, nigga.
Corporate is not so much different, brother. I promise you.
In tech companies, yes, they are.
Go ahead. We gotta hear Gary out. We gotta hear Gary out.
Okay. Go ahead.
That I know from the comment.
I'm just gonna call bullshit every time I hear it, but I'm gonna
it definitely gets different on the corporate level.
It is different on the corporate level.
It gets different because there's more white people up there. Where y'all missing me? The higher you go, the more white you see, the harder it is for a nigga.
And you're
right. It doesn't take money to change that.
And the more structure there is, that's why it needs to be restructured.
Go ahead, Gary. I want to finish.
But they didn't say, okay, cool, fuck it, cool. If you tell me it takes restructuring, that's not where the money's going. Now, one of these fucking companies said, we're going to spend $20 million on restructuring our company. They said it's going toward inequality and racial bias and all this betterment for black people. Now,
so inequality is in the workforce. So if you realize that you got 3 or 4% black people working at your company, and you know that you have to change that, you have to look to bring in more African Americans. That costs money because you haven't been looking at the African American community, and you can't expect the people that's already working there to know where to look, and that's what the fucking problem is.
Nah,
I don't get why you don't get that.
I don't. You keep telling me this where to look. We live everywhere in the United States, is what I'm saying. We are in your PCIs, your HBCUs. It does not take $10 million to find a nigga. Is all I'm saying.
Do you think that these companies have connections with those HBCUs?
No,
they don't.
No, but guess what? Do you think it takes money to go have a conversation at an HBCU? Does it take money to press Google?
Yeah. Yes, you gotta pay for somebody to go out to that.
I could do it right now for free.
You don't work for the company. What are you talking about?
Find the HBCU. What are we saying? What are you telling me? Where does the money come in? I'm a white CEO. I have to pay
for somebody to that college. Paperwork. I have to pay for a lot of different things. What are you not getting? What are you not getting?
Okay, let me talk to the room. Room. Listen, room. Let me ask my question first, then please chime in. As a white person, CEO of a Forbes 500 company, does it cost me money to say, you know what, I'm reaching out and I'm going to have a relationship with this specific HBCU company, probably the closest one to my vicinity. I'm just going to reach out and touch one. Does that cost them money? To pick up the phone. Now tell me, where does it cost money?
Okay,
as a person who went to an HBCU,
it's pretty much how Gary said.
You have to pay the person knows about black people. Then white people don't know about HBCUs. Period.
At all.
I'm done.
You gotta pay at least one black person to tell that white person what an HBCU is. Because the white person doesn't know what an HBCU is.
Told me to tell white people to go on Google and find out about niggas, but we can't tell a white CEO to find out what a fucking HBCU is.
Wait, this is what Jarrell. This is Jarrell. The phone call is free, Jarrell.
Thank you.
Now, the phone call is free.
What now? Where does this?
Now the white CEO wants more black people in his company.
Yes.
So he's like, you know what? I heard that Howard has a lot of great candidates. Let's get some of these black Howard guys that.
Hold on. Let me stop you right there. How is that white man going to hear about Howard?
This is hypothetical. He might
in
know.
this hypothetical situation, who
Y'all
told
giving these
this
white
man
people
about
fucking
Howard?
crutches to lean on.
White men don't know about
That's
Howard.
bullshit.
White men don't know about HBCUs.
How do you think that it's free for them to do that?
No. I didn't say.
Even if I want to hire somebody, I gotta pay for this person to come out.
I have to pay for the training. I understand that, but it's the same price to pay for a white man's training. Where the fuck am I losing y'all? If I got
Jarrell,
I'm not making no sense, dog.
Real quick, Jarrell.
I was trying to get there.
I understand.
Mimi asked, like, how would he know? Let's just say word of mouth, Mimi. Let's just say word of mouth.
No, let's not fucking say word of mouth. Let's do this.
He asked, well, how did the CEO know to go to Howard?
Fuck that. The whole 1 second. The state of the world right now, the entire fucking world is screaming George Floyd's name. It is black everything right now. It's no fucking reason that this fucking CEO can't pick up the fucking computer and Google HBCU. He's that fucking stupid. He needs me to talk to a nigga for $500K to get me on the phone with somebody. What the fuck are we talking about?
That's not what we talking about.
That's not where the money
comes from. That's not at all what we talking about.
That's what you're telling me. I'm telling you that don't cost no money.
That is not what I've told you. You're not even
a relationship with a black college don't cost no money.
You have to put a presence in that school. You have to pay people to go.
The same presence you got in Harvard. Take that nigga out. What are we saying?
So you're gonna take somebody that you got in Harvard that knows everybody in that bubble and put them in the HBCU and expect them to get the same results?
Then hire somebody else. It don't take that money.
So can I finish?
And we done. Look,
can I finish? I only talked about.
Go ahead. I'm gonna let Gary finish, then I'm gonna sign off because I ain't gonna keep it going longer. I'm sorry, people.
Wait, don't Gary got a topic?
We at the time limit. So
we at the time. Well, we can talk about this off air.
No, it's cool. It's cool. But I mean, I'm gonna let you finish up right here.
In addition to that internal stuff, you know, the external stuff is like putting into the education system, putting into like prison reform. But education, what I want to speak on specifically is, I worked at a non-for-profit organization, and do you know how they got those got money to keep their businesses going? They got them from grants, and they got them from companies that they had to go to get that money to get computers and to get this learning material for the kids to actually learn it. And I taught technology in this youth lighthouse over there on 43rd, right off of King Drive. Shout out to them and the kids there. There's a lot of different black organizations and companies in all of these cities that are going to be vying for that money that all of these corporations are talking about they giving money to. Some of these companies are going to start investing that money into that, as well as school systems. A lot of schools don't have like newer computers or iPads or Chromebooks. They are going to start putting that money into the school system to make sure that these kids got all the latest things that they need to learn. You said
the after-school programs. They took away a lot of after-school programs.
They took away a lot of after-school programs.
I want the receipts.
When you see, wait, you got
a son. I want
right?
receipts.
Your son's 13, right? Your son's 13, right?
Correct.
I'm gonna do like Breeze. I'm getting me a sign.
I want receipts.
Oh, thank you, Breezy. Thank you. That's money right there.
I want receipts.
That's a receipt. That's a receipt right there for the internal.
I want the receipts from Nike, Adidas, Jordan Brand, and anybody else spending an astronomical amount of money on these so-called programs. That's all I'm saying. I want to hold them accountable. I want to fucking see it. I want to know the names of the charities. I want to see the people that are vying for these grants, and I want to see them put into action. And I want to see it every fucking year. I want the receipts.
I'm with you on that. I asked that question last podcast.
That's all I said. That was my whole point.
Were you talking that fast, or was that like
it don't cost money to do some of the stuff that I said costs money?
I don't agree.
Well, and that's fine.
That's fine, but at the same rep, so you don't think that they don't have to spend any money to recruit people?
Nope. And if that chart is correct, all we need to do is cut the 16 million of where that's going and direct it someplace else.
Okay.
And that's
okay.
One thing I was trying to do is meet y'all niggas in the middle. both of y'all presented.
That's not gonna happen because his mindset is not where my mindset is. He's not fathoming what I'm saying. I'm saying a lot of things can get done, but there is a price tag added on. There's an imaginary price tag because niggas gotta get paid. Okay, and if you think that this world is so pure and clean that this money is supposed to fucking go there and it's doing what it's supposed to do, then you've lost your goddamn mind. And I don't know what country you've been living in your entire life.
That's exactly what I brought up last week.
So
exactly what I brought up.
And that was Top 10 Studios. We're going to be signing off. I'd like to see y'all here next week. Peace.